Hey everybody, what's up? Yeah, I'm using my Kodak camera. You can see that here. That way, you know, because right now I'm downloading a episode of the new NXT. So, anyway, I thought I'd kind of get this off of my chest a little bit. You know, I don't know how many times I have to say it, or how many times somebody has to repeat it to another. But it's almost like the whole situation that we've been going through for almost a year now. Actually, what, about 8 months? Going on 8 months now? It's like a no-win situation for people. Now, some people have proclaimed that this latest issue of the comic book was good, had them on the edge of their seats, and some have different opinions. Some like a certain character in the spin-off, and it's cool too. But you see, there's always going to be an argument. There's always going to be differences of opinions. I've had my share, and people always say I still have my share. And that might be true. You know, and then you have this whole situation with a certain character, if you will, that did what they did, and in the eyes of many, made the ultimate sacrifice and redeemed the character. Which you could probably argue is true. Is correct. And many would agree. But then again, others wouldn't. Others would say they could have gone another route. Others would say, you know, yeah, they did it, but they did it because they want to put more emphasis on the character than necessary. And so on and so forth. And to me, folks, it's like, look, I've come out and I've said that I personally don't like what's happened to said character, but here's the thing, that's all I've really said. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about a certain Southern character and a certain French character, but most of the time I'm just laying in the background saying, okay, reading what people are saying about certain issues, reading certain summaries and all that, and just getting a kick out of what other people say. And to me, it's like you cannot please. It's like the certain writer has said, you can't please anybody. I mean, heck, you have some people going on this writer's own forums and saying things that are not necessarily necessary, being rude. Which is true at times. People will do that. We have somebody over there that I noticed saying, hey, I just got issue 240. Oh, I just got 241. Beat that. And it's like, seriously? Who are you trying to kid? Why are you doing this? And you see, this is what causes dissension. This is what causes fans to go against each other. Because you got fans like that want to cause trouble. Now, it is true that certain fans are not really looking forward to what is an obvious conclusion, or so we think, because we got to play that game. Basically we got to play that game so that the writer, if that said writer is listening in, or reading what we type, doesn't say anything in retort. But the truth is, there are those that, like I said, particularly don't like what could be, or what could be, emphasis on could and what, be the ultimate outcome and conclusion. They don't like the idea. They don't like the idea that they're going to go back to the way things were. They don't like the certain scenarios that it could lead towards. So, again, it's just no pleasing anybody. And then you keep having people, and they know who they are, popping up at places like here on the YT, at certain forums, saying the same things over again, over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, okay, a lot of us get what you're saying. We get your point. But still, they keep repeating it because I guess they still want to get it through people's thick skulls, in their opinion, in their mind, get it through people's thick skulls by saying, look, no matter what you think about said character, no matter what you say about said character threw that all away, redeemed thyself by doing what they did. And that might be true. In fact, it is true in some ways if you agree with it. But again, for the person to keep repeating that and repeating that, it's like, okay, we get your point. Move on to something else. But again, with situations like that, it is a no-win situation. There are some that have argued and have said, oh, said writer only did this to said character to give other said female character of the pink color, of the pinkish color, more spotlight, a chance to be the love interest. And then, on the other hand, you got fans saying that's not impossible. Said corporation from which this character was created, if you will, or is the mascot of, the face, the franchise, the John Cena, if you will, of said corporation, they have stated that said character cannot be with pinkish character, no matter what. And then you have fans kind of showing off the age difference. Like said character is said character is 4 or 5 years older than pinkish character. And then you have other fans saying that the reason said character is with other said female characters is because they have a good dynamic. They complement each other. They have good chemistry. While other said pinkish character is more like a stalker, a fangirl that's not yet ready. Yet when you read certain issues of said comic, that argument will be more debated because there are certain scenes, from what I've heard, where said pinkish character actually shows a lot of maturity. Now there is one scene from an issue when people said, well, a heart was drawn above said pinkish character, while said main franchise character was carrying said pinkish character back to the kingdom. And some people felt that that was kind of like disrespectful. Well, others are trying to say it's not disrespectful. Maybe the writer didn't see the artist put it in. You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying overall? What I'm saying is that no matter what we say, no matter what we do or say, there's always going to be an argument. There's always going to be arguments of said characters, of the said situation. And it's going to keep going until a certain point in said current story arc. Now let's look at it hopefully in a unified way, that said head writer is trying to give everybody what they want. This is true. And maybe the head writer's got something planned for said character that got turned mechanical, if you will, after or when or if said character is restored. Perhaps I'll have said character be more adventurous, more fighting-wise, more of a fighter, more like, hey, forget this, let's just kick some ass kind of deal. Maybe not, we don't know. I mean, when you take a look at, let's say, Disney and Pixar's latest offer, and you look at the story there, if you've seen it, you kind of see that said character that went through certain situation, certain transformation, if you will, that said character came to realize, you know what, maybe main character, other character that's trying to help me, and in fact actually caused this to happen to me, but is trying to help me be restored, you know, maybe their way of looking at things is not so bad. Maybe things do have to change. And perhaps that's what will happen with said character that is mechanical right now. But we don't know that yet. So, again, no matter what happens in said comic, which you pretty much looking at this, you know which one I'm talking about, with said characters, mechanical, pinkish, main franchise, whatever, nobody's going to agree on anything. It's always going to be a debate. It's always going to be a no-win situation. And that's all I'm going to say on this. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll talk to y'all later.